Well, if water getting everywhere wasn't enough, Kelsey set off the fire extinguisher by accident. Now that is all over the boat. Last time on Abandoned Comfort, we showed you days 1 to 5 on our teak deck removal project. If you haven't watched last episode yet, be sure to check it out before starting on day 6 with this episode. If you find demolition time-lapse style satisfying, you'll definitely enjoy it. Click the link in the top right.
Day 6 of ripping up the teak deck. So last night we were able to get it all sealed up with epoxy, and then today we're just going to be touching up any little spots, and then we'll be sanding it down. So as of this morning, we have fully sealed the deck and we were able to remove the tarps. So Ryan's bringing them to the dumpster right now.
Which way you going? Don't you turn away. I know you feel so lonely, and now it's time to break. It is only in your head. Oh, you know the moments when you almost drown. Now we're close to make it. We'll come across the line. I will make you feel desire. Let us run into the light.
As you guys can see, we still had a few more screws to add. So we have counted all the screws and have picked a winner from last week's episode, but we wanted to give you guys a second chance to guess. So here's what the jar looks like, 100% full. Comment below with your new guess and you'll be entered to win the AC Crew shirt and jetty gear, and we'll announce both winners in next week's episode.
Another lovely sunset that we are working straight through. So I tore up most of the teak. So we got this weird black mark. Really weird. Goes all the way back to there. Everything is coated in white dust, including us. How do we feel? No?
No.
Alright, well day 7 is not over yet. You're gonna finish sanding up the port side. And then you just gotta vacuum the port side and we are done. Alright, back at it.
We thought we were gonna be in the Keys by this time, so Ryan booked a flight out of Key West to go to Chicago for his other business, and we're not there. So we ended up having to drive down to the Keys for him to catch his flight, but it actually gave us a good opportunity to check out the marina that we're gonna be staying at to finish up the rest of the work. And it looks pretty nice. We're excited. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but there's like a rumble in the background. We are very close to the airport, so we are gonna be hearing a lot of planes. There's also a lot of construction going on because of Hurricane Irma. They are rebuilding a lot of the buildings around here, rebuilding some of the docks. So yeah, it's gonna be a little noisy, but it's in a great location and we're really close to a Home Depot, so that's always a plus. And I'm ready to get down here, so let's go.
Now it's only in my head. It's only in my head. Now it's only in my head. Let it all be real instead. Now it's only in my head.
Good morning, guys. It is day 9 of working on the teak deck. So today I was just kind of cleaning everything up this morning. Everything has been so dirty, so dusty, and just stuff everywhere, so it's driving me crazy. Yesterday they moved the stands, so I'm able to sand those areas down and paint them. I'll be doing that right now. Then we'll go back to teak work and I'll get those templates set up for the lazarette and the anchor locker.
You know the dawn is breaking. It's on the horizon. Let's put a smile on your face. We've got no time to waste. Let us love until we die. Let us run into the fire. Now it's only in my head.
almost all the pieces done for the anchor locker. The only piece that I'm missing is right here, and I just need a king plank for that. Just a little thicker chunk for that one, but it's in the car and I don't feel like going to get it. So it'll be done by tomorrow morning. It's a lot easier once you do the first one, and then it kind of gets rolling. That's it for tonight. All right, it is day 10 working on the teak deck, and today I'm just going to be working on the templates all day long. They're very tedious, but once all the templates are done, then the rest is very simple to just lay down. So that's what I'll be working on all day today and possibly tomorrow.
You know it's all we need, just try to chase it. You know we both need someone there to hold us, love us. You know it's all we need, just try to chase it, face it. You know we both need someone there to hold us, love us, feel us.
So wet core is obviously a really big concern when you're tearing up a teak deck that has thousands of holes in it. That was one of our concerns with doing this, so we reached out to a lot of people that had 352s, same boat as us, mid-80s, and they tore up their teak deck. Every single person that we've talked to said that the core was fine. There was no need to do anything. The one person said that they were getting samples using a moisture meter, or they had a core specialist come in and tell them that that area, yeah, it's showing up as wet. It's not this area specifically, but this was our softest area. Said, yeah, it's showing up as wet, but the guy came in, took a core sample and said, there's no reason to replace this. This is good to go. So there's pretty much 3 ways that we're testing to see if the core needs to be replaced. First step is I walk over the deck. Now, me and Kelsey don't weigh that much, so we've been walking around with the sandbags that we're gonna use to lay down the synthetic teak in our hands just to see. Is it flexing in any areas? Does it seem spongy? No, it doesn't. Step 2, go through and sound out the entire deck. So what you're listening for here, tapping this, is delamination. And this is the last step. The deck is solid, everything is watertight now. All that's left to do is we need to prep the whole deck with acetone and we can start laying down the new deck.
Now it's only in my head, it's only in my head, now it's only in my head, let it all be real instead. Now it's only in my head, it's only in my head. Now it's only in my head. It's only in my head. Now it's only in my head. It's only in my head. Now it's only in my head. It's only in my head. Now it's only in my head.
It's all stuff weighing it down. Everything is laid. We are just doing some quick trims in certain areas, and then we're gonna weigh it all down and finally go to bed.
All right, it's day 17 of working on the teak deck. It was actually really sunny and nice when we woke up this morning, but the rain is gonna be coming in around this afternoon, so we're gonna be completing the rest of the template for the port side, getting it all set up to be glued down tomorrow, and that's the plan. The starboard side looks great. I'll give you guys a show. We gave you a little peek last night, but it was so dark, and it looks pretty awesome. It's hard to see with all this weight on it, but it's getting there. Halfway through officially. Finally started to rain. It's like 1:30. It was supposed to start at 8 a.m. So we were able to get some pieces done. I think we're gonna be hiding out below deck, but for most of the afternoon, we'll be running up and down just to check measurements. We'll get it done.
Alright, the rain has stopped, so it is back on deck time. Alright, what have you accomplished here?
I glued all of these together on this side, and then I'm building out these last couple strips that are around the hatch. And then you're working on the king plank, so then once those are done and all set up, then we can lay down the big mat and put it right here, cut it down, and yeah.
That is the big mat. Alright, I'm finished the king plank. I need to grab from the big roll right here and finish up these last two bits, just like that side. And I'm waiting on Kelsey here, taking her sweet butt time. So once she's done with that, then we'll lay down the big guy, cut that out, and still don't know what we're gonna end up doing today. I can say definitively we are not going to finish the deck today. Restrip.
Is this long enough?
We knew the rain was coming today. We actually got a lot more done than I thought we would be able to without the rain. But we tried to make the day yesterday so that today, when it did rain, we'd still be able to do stuff. But we actually had such a productive day yesterday that we pretty much did everything that we needed to do today, because we went until 2 a.m. So might have a little relaxing evening. We'll see.
So the rain finally came.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. We really want the rain because the water levels will be really good in the canal. And we probably won't bump bottom now, honestly. But our boat isn't completely waterproof. We sealed up all of the screw holes, that's fine. And the only holes that we really have remaining on deck are the ones for the deck hardware, because we still haven't rebed all of the deck hardware with butyl tape. So our jib sheet track right now, for the side that we were working on, is relatively exposed. So you can see the water dripping in a little bit. Not the worst thing in the world. This boat was leaky when we got it. That's one of the main reasons why we replaced the teak deck. I mean, all the water runs aft, so it's all just funneling in this jib sheet track area. We got it covered with plastic. We had a tarp on it. Nothing's really working. We have duct tape over the screw holes. There's not anything we can do about it. As long as it's not getting any of the electronic stuff.
Yep.
It's fine. And it's not being held in there, so it's soaking the core. It's fine. It's like having regular leak on the boat.
The big leak.
About halfway through it. Building Noah's Ark here. It's quite the rainstorm. I just emptied that 20 minutes ago. We just have the high water alarm sound. Literally everything we can do here. Taped up, tarped up. Half the deck is sealed with synthetic. All the screw holes are obviously filled, so not too worried about that. Well, if water getting everywhere wasn't enough, Kelsey set off the fire extinguisher by accident. Now that is all over the boat. Even more to clean up.
I'm on a river that winds on forever. Follow till I get where I'm going. Maybe I'm heading to die, but I'm still gonna try. I guess I'm going